At 11:30 a.m., the doorbell chimed. Two police officers stood on my doorstep, a tall man with a mustache and a younger woman with her hair tied back tightly. The male officer asked if I was Mrs. Anastasia Carter, and I nodded. He introduced himself as Officer Daniel Reed and his partner as Officer Sarah Mitchell, stating they had an urgent matter to discuss. Inside the living room, they declined my offer of tea and cut to the chase. They were here about my husband, Ethan. I assured them everything was fine, noting he'd left for work that morning. Officer Sarah exchanged a glance with her partner before explaining the situation. They'd received a missing person report about Ethan, filed by his mother, Margaret. Missing. That couldn't be right. He'd kissed me goodbye at 7:30 a.m. Officer Daniel flipped open his notebook and said Margaret hadn't spoken to her son in 5 days. When she contacted his workplace yesterday, they said he hadn't been there all week. That made no sense. Ethan went to work daily at Grayson & Partners, where he was handling a major project. Sarah countered that they'd verified with Grayson & Partners, and Ethan hadn't shown up since last Wednesday. I immediately dialed his number, but it went straight to voicemail. I told the officers there had to be a mix-up. Ethan had been leaving for work and coming home on schedule, even discussing his day over dinner. When Daniel asked about the previous day, I recalled Ethan returning at 6:00 p.m. We had pasta, and he mentioned a prolonged meeting with a client. Sarah asked when I'd last spoken to my mother-in-law. I mentioned Sunday, when we were supposed to dine at her place, but Ethan said she'd canceled because she wasn't feeling well. Sarah revealed that, according to Margaret, no such dinner was ever planned, which left me baffled. The officers requested to look around, and I showed them our bedroom, including Ethan's toiletries and clothes. When Sarah inquired about his passport, I checked the desk drawer where we kept important documents. His passport and birth certificate were gone, though I swore they were there last week when I sorted bills. After a radio call, Daniel shared that another officer had spoken to our neighbor, James Keller, who saw Ethan loading bags into his car last Wednesday afternoon. I insisted that was impossible since he was at work, but Daniel said James was certain. It was 1:00 p.m. I called Ethan's office and spoke to his assistant, Rachel. She sounded shocked and revealed Ethan hadn't been in since requesting personal leave last Tuesday for a family emergency. Daniel suggested checking financial records, cautiously hinting at what he suspected. "You think he left me?" I asked, incredulous. "We've been married 6 years, we're fine." I checked our joint bank account on my phone. The balance was $792, down from over $30,000 last week, our savings for a house deposit. A transaction from Wednesday showed $29,500 transferred to an unknown account. I whispered there must be an error. Credit card statements revealed charges at a travel store, a men's clothing shop, and a rideshare to the airport in the days before he vanished. Daniel asked if Ethan had relatives out of state or friends abroad. I mentioned his college friend in Costa Rica, whom he visited last year. Sarah noted they'd need that contact information. After they left, my friend Rachel came over. She gently asked if Ethan had said anything odd recently. I told her he'd talked about I can't tell you the full story in short. To watch the full story, click the related link below.